excited that you're watching YouTube with me. Thank you for your time. I thank you so much for watching. And of course, you'd love to have you send this to your friends. It's super fun. Encourage them. Hey, this is short, but she says some good things. Here's for hoping, right? With the help of Jesus. So we're doing a road trip series with Jesus. What does it mean to follow Jesus? Road tripping with Jesus. In today's lesson, we're talking about challenges. Last week we talked about obstacles and hurdles and all that. I want to talk today specifically about Peter and the challenges that Peter had. Peter followed Jesus. You know, we read about him in Luke chapter 5 when he drops his net, leaves his boat, and leaves family, whatever, and follows Jesus. And that's such a powerful expression of his devotion and commitment. And I like Peter because he tends to just be both feet in. And his mouth flies off, you know, and he doesn't use filters for his words. And he says things, he's impulsive, and he says stuff, and ugh. But I like that he's both feet in. I like that he loves Jesus. And despite his humanity, his frailty, and the kind of human weaknesses, just like you and me, we both have weaknesses when we follow Jesus, and those weaknesses kind of get revealed sometimes more than we like. But Peter had his own set of weaknesses. And that's the thing I want to encourage you with today, that when we follow Jesus, it doesn't mean you're perfect. I always say this, and I think it's abundantly true. Earth is for practice, and heaven is for perfect. Right? Take that to the bank. Earth is for practice, and heaven is for perfect. And so when we look at Peter, I like that he road trips with Jesus, he follows him, but he has some difficulties, some internal issues. So the first one I want to kind of point out to you is when he walks on the water, you know, Jesus is walking on the water, middle of the night, big storm. Peter's like, Lord, if it's you, bid me come. And he gets out of the boat. Nobody else gets out of the boat, just Peter. And because Jesus says, yeah, absolutely, come on, dude. I want to hang out with you. I think this is amazing. Let's go water walking together in the middle of the night on a stormy night. And so Peter jumps out, and he does it. He's walking on the water. But he has a shortfall, and the shortfall is he gets distracted. You and me, do you ever get distracted, like shiny objects or squirrel? Like, well, that was Peter, and he got distracted, rightfully so, by the storm, the wind, the waves. You know, I think he had some splashes in the face, and it was like a wake-up call, and he began to sink. But despite his own frailty, distractions, I love that Jesus bailed him out, because that's, as we road trip with Jesus, as we follow him, he's not put off by our frailty. He's not dismayed by our weaknesses. Oh my God. He doesn't shame you and say, oh, you know better. He doesn't do that. He's like, I'm here to help you. And I applaud that you got out of the boat. I applaud that you wanted to be closer to me. I see another frailty with Peter, you know, when Jesus does the Mount of Transfiguration and he does that shiny thing. And he invites Peter, James, and John, come hang out with me. We're going to pray. And it says that Peter fell asleep. He got tired. And the truth of it is, when we follow Jesus, it's not uncommon that we'll get tired. Jesus has seemingly endless stamina, right? Endless energy. And there are times when we feel tired, worn out by the journey. And again, when Peter woke up, he said something stupid, you know, oh, we ought to make tents here to reckon. And Jesus is like, you know, enough. And God the Father speaks from heaven and says, listen to my son, listen. Stop talking, start listening. Well, you know, that's a weak spot that Peter has, but it didn't sever his relationship nor impede his commitment to following Jesus. Your weaknesses, yeah, they're there, and there's no point in hiding them and trying to obscure them or like accessorize them. It's just come as you are with Jesus, and he accepts you as you are and says, hey, it's good, let's keep walking, let's enjoy the journey together. And then finally, I would say the last weakness with Peter, probably maybe the worst, is that he betrayed Jesus, you know, at the end of Jesus' life. And Jesus looks at him, and he's boisterous and like, you know, super adamant. I'll never deny you. You know, oh, I'll give my life for you. I'll go to prison for you. And, you know, within less than 12 hours, he's denying him 3 times. And it says that when, after the 3rd time, Jesus looked at him, Peter remembered the words, and he went out and wept bitterly because he was so aware of his own shortfalls, his own deficiencies. And I want to encourage you, you may be watching right now and you've betrayed Jesus. You've walked away. I had my own season where I walked away from Jesus. And I remember when I came back, I was a puddle of tears. I remember crying on the floor and just pouring out my heart to Jesus. I'm so sorry that I betrayed you. I'm so sorry that I left. And I never felt any shame or condemnation from Jesus. I just felt this immense hug, this immense welcome, this immense, I'm so glad you're here. And Jesus isn't put off by any of your deficiencies, your weaknesses, your inabilities, your frailties. He's not dismissed or dismayed by those things. He accepts you as you are and says, let's keep walking. Because it's a road trip. It's you and me following Jesus. So I appreciate you watching. I want to encourage you, grab your booklet today. If you haven't gotten it yet, go to MarilynandSarah.org. And this free booklet is about, it helps you kind of as you lead into Easter, about Good Friday, about Jesus dying on the cross. And what does that mean? The booklet's called Transformed for Triumph. And this is what it means. Jesus' death on the cross isn't just kind of check the box religious thing that we do, Good Friday. But really, what does it mean to us on a personal level? And how does this change our walk with Jesus? So I encourage you to hop on the website. And thanks again for watching. Give me some feedback. I love getting your feedback. It's super, super helpful. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Give me some comments, whatever. I really, really, really like it. And if you tell me, I'll give you a shout out on the next series because I really like getting to connect and interact with the comments. So I really appreciate it. And, of course, this is like our best part. We wait for this because we love the jokes at the ends. Kind of, but not really. Okay, so here you go. What do you call a pig that does karate? Anyone? A pork chop. That's a mic drop right there. Boom. Too good to miss. All right, thanks again. And we'll finish up our series next week here on Road Tripping with Jesus.